Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to my short series on buying and selling items in free-to-play RuneScape. Yeah, so I made a brand new account here. You can see I'm just going through Tutorial Island. Just to show that my goal here is going to be getting a bond, and it is totally possible in free-to-play. You don't actually have to use any of your own actual money. That is if you have the time for it. Because this will take a little while, but I believe this is one of the quickest ways in free-to-play to make money. So yeah, we're just going to finish Tutorial Island here. Gonna go mess with this imp a little bit. But yeah, so we just have to go to the Grand Exchange. We're gonna sell off all the items we have, and then just gather a little bit more coin just to get 1000 GP. Just gets an even number, and it's easier for me to see how much I start with and what I end with. Yep, so I'll see you at the Grand Exchange. Alright, so we actually had to go finish a couple quests just to have access to the Grand Exchange. Totally forgot about that. But yeah, so we're jumping right into it. We have 1000 gold. We were trying to come up with a good item to start with. Now my first thought was runes, and that turns out to not be the best idea. I was trying to do something safe because I didn't want to get stuck with an item I couldn't sell and this be over right away. So I tried to start with runes. Now, the reason this isn't a good idea is because sure, I will very consistently be getting 1 GP off each rune. I mean, let's see, I can buy just a couple hundred runes. I mean, I would make probably a couple hundred GP, but this could take a couple hours, and this will just take way too long. I really need an item that will kind of exponentially grow my money a little bit more just to start with. So I abandoned that pretty quickly. We went and checked a couple other items, like arrows and lobsters, but we did find this really good item, monkey bones. It's used in the Monkey Madness quest. I ended up buying quite a few of these, 30 or 40, and the margin was massive. Like, people were selling them for 30, I believe is what I put in, and they were still selling for about 400 GP each. So I'm gonna just put this offer in here, and if they sell, that'd be great. It would really expedite the process of starting this series, so I can actually have a bit of starting cash. Yeah, so we're just gonna leave these in for a couple hours here, and I will come check back with you when they bought. Alright, so that really didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. We bought them in about half an hour maybe, and we just decided to sell off a couple as soon as we could. So we bought 30 of them, and we sold the 23 for about almost 10k, and we have 7 left to sell. So it's getting pretty late here, so what I'm going to do is just put in another offer for monkey bones. There's no reason not to. There isn't some sort of taboo against buying the same item over and over again. Even look at that, the margin's even lower, like 13 and selling for 400. That's not going to happen very frequently, so I might as well take advantage of it. So I'm going to leave it in overnight and just see how many I can buy. I'm not expecting to buy them all, but we'll see. Maybe I am. I'd be really happy if I do. But either way, for every monkey bone I buy, I'm making about 400 GP almost. Yeah, so we'll leave these in overnight, sell the rest of the ones we have, and I'll check in with you guys in the morning. Alright, so we woke up this morning, and it looks like we bought about 60 of the monkey bones, so that's still great. I really didn't expect to buy all of them, but we sold off the rest of the ones we had, and when we do sell these monkey bones, we'll be getting about 25k, so that is great. I went and checked the margin again this morning. It's not as good anymore. It's still relatively good compared to free-to-play items. There's not a big item pool. This is actually a good item still, but I'm going to mix it up. Okay, so yeah, the next item we're going to pick is going to be still a quest-related item, as the monkey bones did do well, so we're going to pick a red dye. I think it's only used for a couple free-to-play quests, but if someone needs it, they're not gonna wait for them to get the best price. They're just going to put as much in as they need, because they just want the quest done. It's not like they're going to buy multiple of these, so it's not going to be a fast-moving item, but people still do need it. So I'm going to be making, I think the margin was about 300 on these ones, so not as good as the monkey bones, but this is going to be more accurate how free-to-play items are going to go. So we're going to put an offer for 6, and I'll just come check back when the monkey bones have sold. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, so it looks like all our monkey bones have sold. We sold 60 of them for 420 each, which is going to bring our cash stack up to about 25k, minus the couple items we have as well. So going forward from here, the monkey bones, the margin's not as good anymore, so we're going to move into another item. and the dies they're okay, but they're not very quick moving, so we're not really sure which way we should go. We would like to eventually buy some of the trimmed armor, because it does have good margins on those, and that could really help us exponentially grow a bit more. Because these red dies aren't the greatest. I just want to have the offer slots filled, so we're going to put in a kind of a legacy offer for the monkey bones, just because they have been jumping around quite a bit. And we're going to buy some more of the red dies, but we are looking for a better item to go forward with, because going this way will take a long time. So yeah, we're going to look for another item. Alright, so we bought and sold a couple more of the red dies. We're still buying them for about 862 and selling them for about 200 GP profit. So we're just going to go pop the rest of these in here. So if we do sell those, I mean, it's pretty good for what I'm at still. 200 GP times 20 would be 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, we're going to try these a couple more times. And we just need to find one more item to fill our last slot. We do leave the monkey bones in there. We're kind of just holding on to hope. I don't think it's going to pan out into anything, but again, it is hard to find items in free-to-play, so we might as well leave some offers in there, because you never know. So yeah, we're going to put in just a smaller offer for the monkey bones. Then we do look for another item that has a high margin on it, and will sell quickly enough, but it doesn't have to be a very fast-moving item, because I won't be able to buy that many of them. So we tried lobsters, didn't pan out to work. So the next item we're going to try is a fishing net. So after the checking the fishing net's margins, it looks like it has about a 60 GP margin on it, which is really good for how much it costs. So realistically, these won't sell very quickly, but I should be able to still buy 50 of them and sell them reasonably quick. So yeah, we'll leave that in for a little while, and I'll check back when I bought some of the fishing nets. So it's been a couple hours, so it looks like we managed to sell all the red dies. We made about 4k or something off of that. The fishing nets we're going to sell here shortly. We just want to recheck the margin, and one thing I noticed is they didn't seem to be, I wasn't able to buy any. So that doesn't necessarily mean no one's selling them, because it can change by what world you're in, I think. But we did put an offer in for 3,000, which that would be awful if it bought. But that basically is just telling us that, at least at this time, no one is selling fishing nets besides us. So we got a little cheeky. We're putting them in for 1,000, kind of just hoping for the best. Even if I sold one of those for 1,000, it'd be amazing. But we'll see, and we'll leave this in here and check back and see if any of those actually manage to sell. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't manage to sell any of the fishing nets for 1,000 each. Not a big shocker, really. So we ended up selling them for the original plan, which was about 30 GP profit on each one. So that'll bring us another 2k. So nothing great, but we're still making money. We're still trying to save up to be able to afford a couple pieces of trimmed armor to try to flip. Yeah, so we're going to continue on with the fishing nets, because they do actually buy pretty quick and sell pretty quick. On top of that, we do try to find another item, maple logs, which is my first kind of attempt at a high volume, a low margin flip. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put in an offer of 30 GP to buy them. It looked like there was a 4 GP margin, which is pretty decent for how cheap the item is. So yeah, we'll put in an offer. I think we put in 300 maple logs or something. 600. So we put that in, and we'll leave that. And on top of that, we're going to find one more item, and we're going to try the Amulet of Magic, which I have flipped in the past, and it does actually work pretty well. So we go and check the margin, and while it's not massive, I have known the Amulet of Magic to be a lot more expensive, so we're going to buy some, and maybe the price will rise up. If not, we'll still be making about a 70 GP profit on each one, which isn't that great. But if they do rise up, because I'm going to leave this in overnight, it'll help us make a bit more. So we're going to put an offer of about 20 of them, and we're going to go to bed. Alright, so we managed to sell off the rest of the items we had. The fishing nets and Amulet of Magic. Didn't make a whole lot off of them. I mean, Amulet of Magic's probably made like 1.5k, and the fishing nets maybe like 2.5k. So we're going to kind of steer clear of these. It wasn't really worth the time it took to sell them. I mean, the amulets were not so bad, but the fishing nets kind of took forever. So we're gonna try to find another item here. We're gonna try shears, and this is gonna be the last kind of lame item we're gonna try. But it does have quite a big margin on it. I bought it for about 15. It can sell for about 300. Yep, so 15. So we're gonna put an offer in for that. Leave those. Who knows? We just want to have our offer slots filled up. So now we're finally gonna move on to something a little more interesting. We're gonna try a trimmed piece of armor. So I don't really have the money to actually check the margin myself. So I actually used OS Buddy Exchange, which is a little more accurate than the actual RuneScape Exchange website. So I checked it, had a really good margin on the adamant plate lights G. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an offer for about 8,300. We can buy about 4 of them. So this is a little risky, but it could have a really good payoff. I believe we could buy them for 8,300. Selling is going to be kind of hard to know, but even if we made a couple K profit on each one, that'd be amazing. So we're going to leave these in for a little while, and I will come check back and see if they've bought. Wow, so we bought these insanely quickly. It really did not take that long. It was a couple hours at most, and we just put an offer in just to gauge. We're going to slowly bring it down, but they sold for 20K. That's like 13K right off that one piece of armor. So we're going to go put 25,000. I mean, why not? We can just reduce it down. We have all our money invested in this, but 13K on each one. If we sell that, we'll be over 100K. So yeah, we're going to try this again. I'll leave this in for a while, and hopefully we sell them all, because that'd be amazing. Look at that. Oh my god. So yeah, we're going to go try to find one more item to put in here, because we're going to do shears again. I'm so surprised that actually happened. So we'll put in another offer for shears, and hopefully the rest of these will sell for 25K, because that would help us so much. I mean, we would have quadrupled our money right there. So yeah, we kind of lucked out on that. I'm not sure if these are going to sell for 20K again, but if they do, that's great. I actually sold them all for 23K. That's amazing right there. That's 15, 30, 60K I made just on the adamant plate bodies. I mean, that's like doubling and tripling my money. So wow, so we're over 100K. I think this is where we're going to stop the first episode. So we started from 1,000. It was a bit slow at the start, but it's starting to ramp up, and I'm actually surprised. There's some really good free-to-play items. So I didn't actually expect it to go this quickly. So yeah, we're going to start working on episode 2. If you did like the video, appreciate a like. Any feedback would be appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next episode.